Hey guys, I've come your way once again with another strange story. Today we're going to talk about Petra. Petra is being on my mind for quite a while, and I think it's about time. It's about time I told people about what Petra did. Petra called me the day before yesterday, and she asked for more money. And this time around, I refused because because they say if you don't take advice, you pay for the price. It's clear. So Petra called me, wanted some money. I just said, Petra, I'm sorry, I can't do it. I can't do it. She felt sad, but hey, at the end of the day, one has to take a stand. I know you've been thinking about who at all is Petra and what did she do. I'll tell you. Petra was a beautiful lady. I met Petra when I was working. Apparently, Petra was in Germany and she's been around for quite a while. And she was illegal, like many others. And one day, I was on duty, and I, with my German friends, going around controlling people. And apparently, I controlled Petra, and Petra was in the public transport, but she didn't have a ticket. You know what I'm saying? So I controlled him, and she couldn't find her ticket, like they always do. So I had to sort of hold her up and ask her of identity, and apparently she didn't have any. She was like, illegal, like living black, you know what I'm saying? But then I later on found out that she was a Ghanaian, and I could have easily, let her slip. But here was the situation whereby I was not all by myself. I was with my workmates, so you have to do the right thing. So, we took Petra in, and she didn't have anything. And normally, if you don't have anything like that, you hand it over to the police, and then the police will take from there. So that's exactly what we did. And Petra was begging me, oh, bro, we are gonna need, have mercy and that kind of thing, But it was not in my hands. I couldn't do anything at that time. So I let that one slip. So we took her to the police station, and she was put in and gave a statement that she's been around and she's illegal. And so she was asking me, brother, what should I do? I've been in the system for quite a while, so at least I know, my way out. So I just told her that, hey, you have two options here. It's either they take you back to Bonku, or so that you can enjoy the sunshine, or you apply for a political asylum, like they always do. You know what I'm saying? So she took the last one. She applied for political asylum. I gave her the guidelines, what she must do, and she did it. And she took my telephone number. So since then, we become friends, and she was, the Germans, the thing about Germans are that if you don't know about them, you wouldn't if the Germans arrest you, they don't straight away take you home if you are illegal. They don't straight away take you home. They sort of take you to court. You have the right to have a lawyer, and they have to deal with your case. And if they find you guilty, then they have to take you home. But in Petra's case, since she applied for a political asylum, she was given her own Petra apartment, and she was given money to buy food, even jackets and all. You know what I'm saying? The Germans are good. The Germans are good. So for a while, Petra was like happy, and she was like enjoying the benefit of the state. The state gives her whatever she wanted. And so she was in for quite a long time. Like 3-4 years she was in political asylum. And it got to a point where the Germans said, okay, now we found out that your story was good, but now in Ghana, the political situation is not that bad. So we are going to take you back to your country. So one day, Petra was at home, and the police came and arrested her. And then they put her in the cells so that at the right time, they will just take her back to Sunshine Land. You know what I'm saying? And what happened? So, Petra is now arrested. I'm gonna have a trip. It's like she was like, I collect something, you know, one John. So, I have to every now and then, because we became friends. So every now and then I have to go there visit her. You know, sometimes like they do it in Ghana. Here too they do it. Sometimes I even brought Petra, Gary, and Shito. You know what I'm saying? Charlie, if you are in there, if you are in prison, Charlie, Gary and Shito is like jollof and chicken. You know what I'm saying? But it was a situation. So Petra was inside. So they said they were going to take her home. They gave her a date, and she just prepared. And the Germans are very lenient. They are not like the British, where when they catch you, they put you in the next available flight, and like you are straight away the next day in Ghana. Germans have time. They even tell you to pack some bags, some few things, your belongings. You know, they tell you. Germans are not that wicked. They tell you to do all those things. So that's what they told Petra to do. They gave her the time, the date, everything. At this date, we are taking you back to Ghana. And Petra was crying like a baby. You have never seen anybody like that before. She was like, what should I do, Ricky? Ricky, please help me. I said, hey, now it's out of my hands. I can't do anything again. If they say they are taking you, they are taking you. So, I left it in the hands of God. But God is good. God, you know what happened to Petra? It's a strange story. And apparently there was a police officer who was dealing with Petra's case, not knowing, she has secretly fallen in love with Petra. And the situation of Petra got into him. He felt very sorry. He's like these Germans who don't like the way blacks are treated. You know, he felt like, oh man, what can I do to help her? It's like, oh no, it's such a beautiful girl and she's been taken away. So, and I used to visit Petra a lot. So the police officer was called Matthias. So one day Matthias approached me and said, yeah, Charlie, I can see you've been visiting Petra every now and then, and she's a beautiful girl. What can I do to help her? Oh, and I was like, hey, you want to help Petra? And coming from a police officer, because police officers, they call them the Yamte here, like they have some kind of, I would say, higher rights that they channel things, they can do things, they can make things happen. So I was like, oh, cool. If you are going to help Petra, then it's a good thing. So he asked, and I said, okay, let's see the options. One, you can marry her. Like, you can marry her. Like, if you are able to marry her, like, from today now, in 3 days' time, she is going to be deported back to Ghana. So if you can find a lawyer, and within these 3 days, you can marry her, then her status will change, her lifestyle will change, and then things can take another angle. And he was like, oh, that's all I have to do. I said, yeah, that's all you have to do. Just look for a lawyer, and then put your case before him. Tell him that you fall in love with Petra, and like, you know what I'm saying? So I went to Petra, told Petra about the police officer, and she was like, oh, Ricky, can you do it? I say, hey, let's leave it in the hands of God. God is the one who channels things. You should be fortunate that even this guy came up with this story. So let me make it short for you guys. Matthias went to a lawyer arranged everything, and then within 2 days, believe it or not, Petra was married. Documents were signed, and Petra was out. And Petra didn't only come out, but Petra is now having a husband. Isn't it amazing? Isn't God wonderful? So Petra was out, and she was like, oh, Ricky, what can I do to thank you? I say, you have to thank the Lord. He did it all. And thank Matthias. God is good. So, and the thing about Matthias was that Matthias did something that I would say is unbelievable. Because Matthias was just 25-year-old guy. He was just 25 years. And the parents didn't like the idea. Matthias marrying to, you know what I'm saying? Matthias is like a typical German guy. Like, it's called Meissner. Matthias Meissner, It's a German name, typical family, and they are like, they don't want their son associating himself with foreigners. Let's put it that way. You know what I'm saying? But Matthias broke all the rules, disobeyed the parents, the family almost disowned him. But hey, he was in love. So so that's how the story went. And Matthias took Petra in. They lived in a nice, beautiful apartment, and Petra had whatever she wanted. Nice apartment. And they've been living together for a long time, for 2-3 years, and they're even planning to have children and all that. Hey, but Petra came to me and he said, Charlie, Ricky, as for me, Charlie, I need a black man. Oh, I need a black man. I don't want these white people. I say, hey, Petra, stop thinking foolishly. Stop thinking foolishly. You are married. And I'm so excited that God brought Matthias into your life. You are married. So please, stop all this. You need a black guy. What will be the difference between a black guy and a white guy? He said, Charlie, Ricky, Charlie, my name is Abodomwe. I said, Abodomwe, and so what? Abodomwe, and so what? Yeah, Charlie. Well, I need to talk. When I come in shop, I'm sure with the one guy. Stop talking rubbish. You should be excited that you still have a place you can call your home. If it had not been Matthias, you would have been taken somewhere else. But now you'll be enjoying the sunshine. About in an extreme version, you know what I'm saying? But then, For the sake of Matthias, you are here enjoying. Look at your apartment. What did you? I mean, look at you. Did you even dream about having all these things? And look at you. You're living like a queen. And now you come to me, tell me you want a black guy. And what are you going to do with Matthias? You say, yeah, I will keep Matthias, but I need a black guy who will be servicing me at the side. I say, look at you. Now you have your freedom, and now you're thinking about other issues. Don't do it. There's always a consequence. Like they say, you can dodge your responsibilities, but you can't dodge the consequences of dodging your responsibilities. I always say this. Whatever you do, every little action, there's always a reaction, no matter what. Everything you do comes back to you. It's called karma. So think about what you do today, because whatever you do today goes around and comes around, and he will find you. Bible says that your sins shall find you out. I told Petra, be careful what you do. Petra was given 3 years staying resident permit to stay. That's how they do it. Then after 3 years, if she's fortunate, she gets an indefinite stay. So now she's got 3 years, and it's like now she thinks the whole world is like, I can do whatever I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So I advised her, don't do anything stupid. Live with Matthias. Enjoy the beauty of life. She's a man. Whatever, if he's a white guy or black guy, it doesn't matter. The important thing is that God in his sovereignty has brought Matthias into your life for a reason. Be appreciative and then live with it. Okay. Whether she listened to me, but she didn't. Sorry. She listened to me, but she didn't take my advice. So what happened? Petra found herself a black guy. Against my wish, I told her, but she didn't listen. So this black guy was like servicing her because, according to Petra, she wanted to scream when she's having sex. I don't know what kind of scream she wanted to scream. I mean, sex is supposed to be a very nice, lovable thing, but she said she wanted to scream like Sunny Ebulo. Strange life, man. So what happened to Petra? I'll make it short for you. Petra was with Matthias, and at the same time, she was with George. Now she was enjoying black and white. You know what I'm saying? I mean, black and white. Life can be so beautiful, nah? Taking it from left and right. Let me make it short for you. Petra got pregnant. And when she got pregnant, she didn't know whether it was from Matthias or from George. So, foolishly, she came to me. I've always been there. They always come and go. She came to me and said, Charlie Ricky, this is my situation. I'm pregnant. I don't know whether it's from Matthias or George. And I'm scared that when I give birth, it will be black. And if it is black, Matthias will kill me. You know these white people. And if it is... And I don't know. I don't think it is Matthias, because Matthias and we haven't had sex for quite a while. So definitely it's going to be for George. And I said, you have to bear the consequence. You can't dodge your consequences. They are always there. You have to face them. So now it's consequence time. And she decided to abort the baby. Abort the baby. Terminate the pregnancy. Okay? Who am I to? I told her it was bad, but hey, she didn't listen. And she went along. She went to a doctor, and then they ran a test on her. And you won't believe what happened to Petra. She thought she was just about 2 months pregnant, but Petra was 5 months pregnant. Amazing stuff, isn't it? Petra was 5 months pregnant, and the doctor told her that, hey, there's no way I'm going to terminate this pregnancy. It's too dangerous. 5 months, too dangerous. It's already a human being. You can't do anything about it. You have to face the consequence. You have to give birth. You have to. Ha! Hey! So now, and and Matthias was so excited that the wife was pregnant. You know, he went around telling everybody that, hey, my wife is pregnant, my wife is pregnant. And here was Petra in a dilemma. Petra couldn't think straight no more. From the day she got pregnant to the day she gave birth, it was a permanent nightmare. Permanent. Every day. She lived in fear. Extreme fear. So, the day she was admitted at the hospital to give birth, I was there. Matthias was also there. And lo and behold, Petra gave birth to a baby boy. You know, like all babies, like all babies, when they come to this world, from the beginning, they all look white. I mean, like white. So when the baby was out, Matthias was like overjoyed, you know, white baby, small, beautiful baby, you know, white baby. So hey, but time. Time. As the days roll by, slowly, that small white baby started developing features. I mean, black features. Black features, you know. The nose became a little bit brighter, like, you know what I'm saying? The lips became a little bit, you know, thicker. And then what happened to or then Matthias, funny story, but true story. And Matthias said, hey, Ricky, have you seen the baby lately? I said, lately, yeah. Lately. The baby is becoming black. It's like black, not like black, white. In a mixed form, you know what I'm saying? Like mulatto, they call it. But this one was like black. And I said, hey, Matthias, could be that maybe one of your ancestors was black. You never can tell this life. This life is a strange life. Could be that your four fathers, one of them was married to a black person. So Matthias didn't take it lightly. And then the days were rolling, and the more the days rolled, the more our little baby developed features. Amen. So now it became so clear and plain that the baby was a black kid. And Matthias was furious because the thing is, Matthias already told the parents, the family. So they were all like, the family didn't have so many babies. So they were all eagerly and patiently awaiting for Matthias. And moreover, they were very curious. They wanted to see this, mixture, white and black. It's like a culture kind of a thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey, wow, this is good. But here was the case when they saw the baby, and then it became it became what? So it's like whispering was the thing of the day. They couldn't voice it like loudly out, but they whispered. But the whispering was too loud. Hey, because it was like everywhere you pass, there's a kind of a whisper somewhere. Somebody is whispering something about the baby. And then slowly, Petra got out from the clinic, the hospital, and she was brought home with a newborn baby. And Matthias was furious. He couldn't touch the baby. It was like the baby was contaminated. It was like, hey. He couldn't think of doing it with the baby because he's now found out that the baby is not mine. So anything I do becomes so artificial and so not so natural. And I felt sorry for Matthias because he was like a good person. He didn't deserve what he got. Honestly, he didn't deserve that at all. And Petra was like, Ricky, he told me, and I said, you never listen. You never listen. You wanted to scream. Now this, what came out from screaming, You wanted to shout, hey, just because you are having sex, you wanted to scream. Now here you are, scream. Life. If somebody helps you, anything that you do, there's always a consequence. Don't take it for granted. Never take this life for granted. As long as, let me give you a secret. As long as when you put corn, you sow corn, maize, you put it under the ground, under the earth, it grows and you get corn. You put mango, you get the mango. You put pawpaw, you get pawpaw. Whatever you sow, you reap it. The same thing in this life. If you sow goodness, you reap goodness. If you sow wickedness, you reap wickedness. It's a natural law. You can't run away from it. It's a natural law. Put that thing in your head. Put it in your head. You can't run away from your sins. It will run after you. Sometimes if you are not fortunate, it will even overrun you, chase you, overtake you, and your life will become miserable. And that's what happened to Petra. Her life became miserable. What did Matthias do? Secretly, this time, he didn't consult me for me to give him my advice. He didn't do it. He went to the office, the home office, told them that I married this lady because I wanted her to be my wife. But I found out that she's been having an affair with somebody. And the baby is not mine. And I want her back to Ghana where she was supposed to be taken. That's one thing Petra didn't get it. Because Petra, somebody told her that as long as you have 3 years resident permit, they can't take you back to Ghana. Nothing can happen to you. Nothing. You can stay here forever. And if you have a baby here, you can stay here. Nothing can happen because your child is a German kid. And when a German kid is involved, nothing happens to you. But if Matthias could stop the Home Office from taking Petra to Ghana 3 days before she got married. I mean, then Matthias could do whatever he wanted to do. The same way that he allowed Petra to stay here, the same way that he arranged for Petra to be taken back home. And Petra was taken back home with her baby. Her baby. So as I'm talking now, Petra is at home, and she called me the day before yesterday asking for more money. And I told her I don't have. I just gave her 200 euros not more than 2 months ago. And now she wanted more money. And you won't believe what Petra is doing now. Now she's been in Ghana for the past 2 years. And because she didn't have any money on her own, and Matthias didn't give her anything, she only went to Ghana with 2 bags. No money, nothing. Because she didn't work, Matthias was providing all her needs. And now she's in Ghana, hustling. She was, last time we spoke, I almost cried. She's now selling pure water. If you don't take advice, you pay the price. She's now selling pure water. And I feel very sorry for Petra. And yeah, so that's the story about Petra. She's now selling pure water in Ghana. She could have had a beautiful life. She could have lived happily if she had only been a bit sincere with herself. But she wanted to scream. And now look at what has happened to Petra. Why am I telling you this story? This is a common story. A lot of things are happening all over the world. People do stranger things. And my advice to you is that be strong. Take wise decisions. Because every decision that you take affects you one way or the other. Don't be deceived. Love the Lord. Fear God. Know His ways. And you have to do unto others as you expect them to do unto you. You know what I'm saying? Do unto others as you will expect them to do unto you. And your life will be okay. Don't do evil. If it is bad, if it's going to affect somebody, please don't do it. Look at the disgrace Petra gave to Matthias after all that Matthias went through for her, breaking all protocols. You know, Matthias put his life on the line for Petra. And Petra deceived and mishandled him bitterly. So, this is just for today. I'll come your way another time if I have another story. So, God bless you for listening and learn something from Petra's life. If you are in the same situation like Petra, try to amend your ways, and God will richly, richly bless you. God bless you. I love you. God loves you. And stay blessed forever and ever. Amen and amen.